Adventure Sports HQ, professional grade laser tag equipment. Hey, this is Derek with Adventure Sports, the laser tag equipment that can just unpack and play. We're talking about the first video here. It's very important. We're going to talk about the Adventure Sports sensors and a little bit of background about them. Sensors are one of the most important parts of your business purchase decision. Most people don't understand that yes, you can have a tagger, but you have to have a way to hit it, which is called a receiver, which we call sensors for short. So very simple, the Adventure Sports system is very unique and very simple because it has an actual onboard gun sensor that's almost 360 degrees. The important of this is most of the other systems out there don't have a gun sensor or have a very poor addition. Having a gun sensor that's hidden inside the tagger, which has plastic in front of it, is not very good because it doesn't make it. If you're playing and you want to be able to scope up on somebody and I can see their sensor, maybe their head sensors are covered by the top of a window, but if they're aiming at me and I have a gun sensor that I can shoot at, then I've got something to hit and it keeps play very, very even. So, in talking about the sensors, we call this the gun sensor. This is going to be a corded sensor, which we'll talk about in another video, the advantages of it. I'm going to plug this in, and this is the head sensor. Now, what you're seeing here is the Adventure Sports has made a new visual headgear system. And what this is it's a head system that's made of the sensor array followed by headgear that is able to be identified through different colors. You'll see I'm wearing a red one, Kelly's wearing a blue one, and it's very simple to adjust. Now, in laser tag, especially in our training course that we have for all new operators, we talk that minutes equal money. So very simply put, every time I have to rotate my gear with 100 to 150 kids, like you're going to see at D2 Tactical on some of the videos, that takes time. If I have to worry about adjusting a wireless headset or Velcro headbands or whatever, that can take a long time. So what I have is I have a system here that Adventure Sports is taking care of, and it's made out of a special material very similar to Crocs. It does not absorb moisture. They can come with the sweatband behind it or without. We can sell them with both. But what's going to happen is that the sensors actually attach to a disc, and the disc attaches to the actual headgear. So it's very, very simple, very easy to adjust. Now, one of the critical elements, this is Kelly who works for Adventure Sports at D2, is making sure that your sensors are placed correctly. By using our headgear system that we build by Adventure Sports, I can make sure that every player has the baubles on the right point. It's going to be here, and it's going to be here, and when Kelly turns around, you're going to see a rear sensor as well. You can go ahead and turn around. What that's giving you is a true 360 degree firing arc. That is huge because when you're playing, one of the biggest cheats that players will try to do is to take the sensor and move it back on their head. This doesn't allow that. So if I want to adjust it, it's very simple. I'm just going to take it, separate it, push it back in through the special snap that's been developed, go like this, and I'm instantly ready to go, and I just plug and play. Minutes equal money. A key part of the system is that players need to be able to identify what team they're on. These sensors that we have with the headgear can come in red, blue, pink, camouflage, purple, neon green, neon orange, white, yellow, all the colors of the rainbow, okay? And what's great about them is it's fast. I'm out, wipe it out, I'm in. I plug in and I go. Adventure Sports has been successful with, like we've stated in numerous videos, over 2,000 active fields, over 25,000 to 30,000 units all across the world, and we've been in business for 15 years. So we know a thing about laser tag. So the next thing is how can we identify when a player's been tagged? It's really simple. I have my tagger here. I'm going to aim at Kelly. Blinking is bleeding, and Kelly's going to rotate a little bit. When you're blinking, you're being hit. When your sensors are solid, they flash or stay solid depending on which system, and then it'll put itself back into the game. Now, going back into the game is a software issue that we'll talk about on both the legacy code and the Revolution at another time. We're just worried about the sensors. So, quick recap. How do I know that I can hit him? It's very simple. Blinking and bleeding, and all red is dead. So the next thing we're going to talk about is range. We'll have another cut video in the future, but we'll take these out. The Adventure Sports long-range sensor system is superior to anything else in the world. It has an effective range at night of up to 1,200 feet. That's because it's a quality built sensor. We'll talk about that in another video. The other thing is that indoors, we can make it so it hits within a half an inch. Now I'm going to demonstrate that. So we're going to take a quick pause. I'm going to get set up to be able to play, and then I'm going to demonstrate how accurate I have to be able to hit Kelly. Stay tuned.